This Let's Play was supported by these awesome hobby companies.
Hello everybody, welcome to OnTableTop, and we're here looking at Black Seas, which is a new Age of Sail game for the 17 to 1800s from Warlord Games.
How exciting, Gerry.
Yeah, very exciting. So I'm joined by Lance.
Hi.
I am the beautiful Gerry. So we thought we'd do a bit of a round breakdown on sort of a mini game just to show you the mechanics to begin with, and then we can revisit it afterwards. So what we have here is a sort of little demo set. We've got 2 brigs and a frigate each. So as you can see, we both have...
Go on, Gerry, get your laser pointer.
I'll get my little laser pointer out.
There we go.
I've got a frigate. He has a frigate. And also a little brig on either side. A little brig. Now,
so cute.
What we have here is the card setup. So both sides have a set of cards, and you'll see on the cards we have a way of tracking the hull points. So you've got these little red spaces here that show the hull
points.
Points.
That's depicted right here. It says 36 right there, and then all these wee red.
Yeah, so you've got your 30 and your 6, and they can scale up and down as you go.
Yeah.
You can repair damage. That's quite nice. We also have the turning circle. So this red arrow, the red chevron here, shows whether or not you can turn multiple times. You either have a 45-degree turn or a 30-degree turn, giving you, well, up to 60. It also tells you how many times you can turn. So somebody who moves 3 times could potentially turn at the end of every move. So they could move, turn, move, turn, move, turn. Unless they've got a yellow chevron there. They're a bit slower, a bit more lumbering. They can only turn after the first 2 movements.
But so luckily for us,
in this case, all of ours are the same. They're all red chevrons, so they're all sort of medium turns, which is nice.
Yeah.
This actually also shows us a couple of other important features. So we have the cannons. So you've got a heavy cannon, light cannon. Underneath this, which we can't really see there, is one of these little cannonades.
There you go.
So it shows you that we have 3 different types of cannon and how many dice they roll. So the heavy cannon do more damage. They've got a longer range. The light cannon are sort of a midpoint. The carronades are devastating up close, but you have to be up close to use them.
Bit of a scatter shot then.
Yeah. You also have, if anything is applicable, a little light cannon on the front. So we have no stern guns, but we both have the 4 guns on the frigates.
Yeah.
Then this tells us our rate of knots.
So this one is 5.
Yep. And then at the bottom is your actual...
like morale.
Morale, your break point. So when the ship points, so when your 36 drops to 12, you will end up having to start making... Actually, when you drop below 12... So unless it says specifically to do it, if something happens when you hit that break point, otherwise when you drop below it, you start testing every time you activate.
Yeah, because why would you continue a battle if you if you know you're going to lose? If
you have to strike the colours and go, you have to strike the colours and go. It's an interesting system. It mostly works off D10. So boarding actions, shots, they're all D10, but we also have D6 for skill checks, which are also the sort of the morale.
Let's not forget, Gerry. We also have a D3.
We also have a D3. If you can't be bothered rolling a D6 and having it, we do have a D3, so we can just roll that and just read it. Just read it straight off. That's great. I do like these. I'm forever losing them because they don't roll particularly well, and I have a tendency to chuck them everywhere. But that's just me. So the way the game goes, if we want to, I say we roll off to see who goes first, shall we?
Sure.
Actually, no, we don't.
I think maybe we should start off with telling where the wind goes.
Where the wind goes. So you can see here we're starting with the wind going due north.
Yeah.
So it's against.
So just to give you a perspective,
the runs of ships.
It's going towards that.
It's going that way. And the first thing we do in any turn is to see whether or not the wind shifts, and it's a 2d6 roll. So do you want to roll a dice and I'll roll a dice?
Sure.
And we'll add it together and see if we've done terribly wrong.
Why not? Let's go. Have at it. That's a 2 and a 4.
So 6. 6, I don't need to check this because 4 to 10 is the wind stays where it is, and that's fine.
No problem.
It's an interesting setup because the first thing you do in an activation is you see whether somebody has the wind with them.
Mm-hmm.
And the way you do that is you come from the board edge where the wind is coming on from. So you've got 8 points. So you'll have the cardinal compass point. So it'll either come in from here or against or at an angle.
Mm-hmm.
And the first ship that it hits will activate first.
Okay.
If you have a choice of two, so for example, our wind is going to come in from this direction in a straight line. So these two may be, I think I'm actually slightly before you. Yeah. If these were perfectly aligned, these two small brigs, we would roll off. Now we're all starting at battle sails.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing to do is declare whether or not you're going to accelerate or decelerate depending on where the wind is. When the wind is coming abroad from you, not astern, you can only go battle sail. So I could decrease my speed, but I can't increase my speed.
Mm-hmm.
And in this case, I don't want to. I am just going to go forward. It's not really going to make a huge difference this time. This little ship has no banner, so this is this one. He has a movement of 5 knots. And your rate of knots is how quickly or how much distance you must travel before you do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So in this case, I'm going to go 5. I'm going stern to stern just to make life easier. Straight forward. I could turn now.
Yep.
If the wind starts to change, if it comes behind me, it could speed me up. If I turn too sharply and the wind comes in front of me, it will becalm me and will require skill checks, that sort of thing. That's never good. I think in this case, I should be okay just to pop the red dial in there.
Where are you going, Gerry?
And you don't have to go the full turn. You don't have to go the full 45. I'm just going to go slightly. Yeah. And then I'm going to go again and go for another 5. And at battle sail, you get 2 moves. If I was going at full sail, I could go 3 times. If I was going at light sail, I could only move once up to my full rate of knots. In this case, that's him done. He's not firing. If he was firing, you get lovely little puffs of smoke. But in this case, I'm just going to put a little marker down there just to show that he's activated.
Cute.
Just
little seagulls.
Little seagulls following my ships.
Sweet.
So the next ship to activate will actually be your...
Yeah, so this is going to be my brig.
Little brig as well, yeah.
A lot of the ships have these full sail, battle sail, and light sail that is suggested to put under the ships. However, we've kind of figured out that it's a little bit easier and just less, what would you say?
Footery.
Yeah, a good word is footery.
It's a great word from Ireland. if you're not aware of that, fiddly will do as a replacement. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you have them underneath the ship and then you move the ship, you're having to keep the little card underneath it and then you move it or turn it again and you've got this little cardboard piece that's flapping around.
Yeah.
It's just easier.
And then when you've got this as well, there's 3 things that you have to keep
Whereas if
perfectly
you keep,
still on the board.
We think if you keep the wakes beside the ships, everything your damage, your speed, it's all in one place and you're not having to worry then.
So just for the sake of starting the game, everyone starts at battle sail. So I'm just going to align these down to the very bottom of the card here of my ships. I'm activating the one with the flag.
Yep.
It can go battle sails and it has a speed of 5. So let's just have at you, Gerry.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Feel free to have at me.
Let's go. So we can go 5. Let's move this all the way up to 5 to my base.
Mm-hmm.
Move it down and I'm going to turn here.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's going to be quite a...
It's a relatively sharp turn. You're trying to bring a broadside to bear on me. Just across the T.
All the way up. Let's get her perfect there.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
You could turn again.
I could turn again.
And if you turned again, the wind would be in your favour next turn. It would be behind you.
It would.
Although it would be driving you onto the rocks of that island.
I think I'll leave it at that.
Okay. Are you sure?
No.
Because at the moment we haven't talked about arcs of fire yet.
If I turn this all the way.
But we will now.
There we go.
This is an ideal time to talk about arcs of fire. If you have a front gun, which this doesn't, you've got that yellow arc, which we should actually set under the front of the ship, but we don't need to right now. So we know nobody would be in his front arc.
No.
A broadside, though, is literally...
So that's
Yeah, the width of your ship
Yeah.
in that straight line.
Mm-hmm.
So if you hadn't turned there, you're clipping me that way. If you
Yeah.
hadn't turned at all, you wouldn't even have the chance, not even
Yeah.
the option to fire a
So-
broadside. Are you going to fire a broadside? Now
They-
we've built it up.
Do you think I think I've earned a fire.
I
think-
would. You get to fire. You get to fire at the end of every move,
Mm-hmm.
and you can fire with all guns on your ship. So you could fire in the front, then turn, and then fire a broadside, and then turn again and fire a different broad. But every time you do it, the crew get a bit more
Lazy or tired.
tired, a bit more fatigued
Yeah.
from the combat. So if we look there,
Outside 10.
you are
inches.
outside 10. You ignore the front masts on these. You measure from hull to hull, so you're about 10 and a half, 10 and a quarter inches there.
Right. So if we go to a quick reference sheet,
Yeah.
I can see that starting off, first gun position fired.
Yep.
There's
So
no modifiers.
no modifier.
The range, it's over 10 inches away, so it's going to get a -2.
Mm.
I will always need 5 or less to hit, so
Yeah.
that brings it down to 3 or less. My crew are not veteran or inexperienced, they're just regular, so nothing changes there. The speed is...
Well, I'm
Did
not.
you seal more than 10 inches?
No, I sealed up to 10 inches because
okay.
that's my rate of knots at
Yeah.
battle seal, so I stopped at 10. If I'd
Okay.
gone beyond that,
And the target size is small, so it's going to be another -1. So I need two or less.
2 or less.
2 or less to hit.
But ones are critical damage.
Yeah.
So if you do hit, there's it's a 50% chance of critical damage on a hit.
I've got
That's the way to
two-
look at that.
I've got 2 guns here.
Yep.
These are heavy cannons.
They are heavy cannon
as well.
for your little brigs. So a heavy cannon has a maximum range of 20 inches, and if you roll 2 blue dice,
Mm-hmm. I need 2s in.
Yeah.
Or essentially critical hits.
you don't really need to roll blue dice, but if you're rolling multiple dice, it does color code them, so you can roll a handful at once and then just work out who
Assign
hit,
what gun.
who hit
shooting it.
what.
Yeah.
But yeah, so in this case, 2s will hit, 1s will be critical hits. No 1s, please.
Let's see. So
That's a pair of 5s.
is a pair of 5s.
That's good.
So that's just a miss.
Yeah, that's just a mess. We're not too worried about that.
That's okay.
We'll throw some of this fantastic puff of white smoke in to show the broadside being fired. Cue some Master and Commander.
I wasn't looking through my binoculars.
Yep.
My spyglass.
Binoculars. Okay. So again, I'm slightly ahead of you into the wind, so I'm going to activate again with my frigate before you activate.
Sure.
Don't really want to activate with my frigate, but I have to. So let's just go. I'm still restricted to battle seal, so get that round the right way, and we'll just go 5 inches forward.
Lovely. Okay.
Okay.
Are you going to turn?
I don't
turn
think I'm
into
in
the wind?
range. I am outside of 14 inches, which is the range for the light cannon on the front. So I won't be firing yet. I am going to go my second movement, another 5, and then I'm going to finish with a little turn at the end. Bring hard to
turn.
port.
It's getting scary now.
So, yeah, I think I can get around that island. No, Mr. Man. Have I brought you? No, I haven't, because you're not in range for the broadside.
No.
But I might be able to squeeze a.
You might be able to squeeze this one into your front arc.
I'll not worry about him. Let's see
Trying to
whether or
get the
not I
big
can get
boy.
my. Let's see whether or not I can get my. Oh. Yeah, I definitely can't get my cannon into the fellow who's already fired at me.
No, but
Just
you
out of
can.
range. You are an arc there, but 14 inches for my front gun. I think you're beyond me. Yeah.
That's
well short.
Yeah.
So
That's unfortunate.
the French once again come up short. On the plus side, I think I see a wheel following me.
Oh wow. We friend.
Yeah, so that's good.
We ocean friend. Okay, next up is my frigate.
Yeah.
So let me see what I'm thinking of doing. Okay, so I have a speed of 5.
Mm-hmm.
I think what I might do though is I might bring it down to light sails, so I only get 1 movement turn.
Ooh.
So that will allow me to bring this up to, let me just turn this around so I can actually read what I'm doing. So bring it to 5,
Mm-hmm.
and then I will turn as well into the wind. And oh, I don't know if I'm kind of scared in case I'm going to crash.
Yeah.
But as you
Yeah.
noted there,
Yeah.
am I outside the...
No. That looks like it
range?
will bring. I would consider that well in. Yeah, that looks well in front
Yeah,
arc.
okay, sure.
So-
So my front guns, I have 1 light cannon, is it?
Yep. And you're 13 inches away, so you're in range.
So my modifiers, firing, no modifiers there.
Nope.
Range, it's over 10 inches, so it's -2. Crude, no, not important. Speed,
Nope.
no.
Because I didn't go over 10. I just went up to 10.
Yeah, your target size is large, though, isn't it?
No, I'm only a medium ship.
Ah, okay.
So no modifier for that. So it's just the movement.
So it's just -2.
Yep. So
So
that
that's
5
gonna
goes down
be
to 3.
A 3. Okay.
Much better. You can fire high. You do more damage if you hit the rigging, but it will be a -2. You'll only hit on 1s. But every hit would be a critical.
Sure. Let's.
1 dice on 1s.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Why not? You're only
see.
young once. Ship, I see no ships.
Right. So a red dice. I'm feeling lucky on red.
Shooting
1.
high,
That's a 9.
9. That's not quite a 1.
That's unfortunate.
That is.
But you know,
Yep.
high risk, high reward.
Well, that's the one. And he too has shot some activating smoke.
All right, Gerry, you're up next.
I am up next again. I feel like I've been sold a pup with deploying here, but I'm going to go battle sail as well. And I think I'm just going to go 5 to there and 5 to there.
Mm-hmm.
And
Again.
am I going to turn? Yes, I am, but I don't want to turn so much that I'm going to hit that island. Islands don't swerve, is the only problem.
No, they don't.
And if you hit an island, it will cause you some distress.
And islands don't take damage either.
No, they don't take damage. You do take damage, though, when you mount an island. So
Yeah.
I'm going to go to there and just stay there, because I can't bring any broadside guns to bear.
No.
So this time I'm going to get some, I'm assuming it's a pod of dolphins, but it could also be some sort of synchronized swimming team following me.
Maybe a couple of shopping trolleys. Maybe.
Yeah.
They existed back then, didn't they?
I'm pretty sure they did.
Yeah. All right. So next
one
up.
One left.
Yes, and I think for this one, I might just go light seals on this one as well, only because I'm scared of ramming into my own ships.
Yeah, it is difficult to ram. They do suggest you don't ram and that people shouldn't deliberately ram, because ramming was bad and it's a long walk home. Even if you survive swimming to that island, I don't think there's much on that island. But you can.
Do you think I've got a shot in there?
You don't have a front gun on that.
I don't. No, you are correct. I don't have a front gun on this.
So in that case, no.
That's fine. I will take. This is a wheel, so that one has been activated.
And that's essentially the end of the first turn. So once every ship is activated, you clear off all the tokens, all the activations, and we're ready to go ahead and start the second. Okay, so turn 2 then, and the first thing to do is check if the weather has changed on us any and the wind is shifting. Let's hope not.
Oh, it's very windy.
7.
Right.
Nope, we're fine. So a 7 means the wind stays exactly where it was, which means we're still going to be activating in this order.
Yeah.
So my brig, your brig, frigate, brig.
Yeah, it's pretty much the exact same as
nobody's actually come out of order yet, which gives me a chance to possibly do some damage.
Go on, Gerry.
Okay, so I'm going to step battle seal for this little brig.
Oh, we're getting, that's close.
And then we go for a little bit of a turn, and I can turn into the wind this time.
Yeah.
It will only become a problem next turn.
Next turn, yeah.
I don't need to turn far, I just need to turn enough that I'm going to, and even at that, I'm still going to be side on to the wind. So as long as it doesn't change and come in from your direction, I should be okay there.
Yeah.
But another little jaunt, and I should be able to rake the side of your ship, I hope.
Oh my.
So
that is very close.
It is very close, and if I'm lucky, I'll be able to do some damage with the broadside, and then possibly even board you. So I don't think I'm going to bother turning again. I think I'm quite content there. First things first, broadside. Ooh, I will need to turn, or I won't get a broadside in there. So
you're going to turn?
That solves that problem. That answers that question.
Yeah, why not?
I will just turn enough to get a broadside.
Yeah.
And I'm going to let you have both barrels. So
oh my, okay.
All of my 2 cannon. I am within 3 inches, so I'm point blank range. So my base 5, this is my first and only gun position firing, so no modifier. Point blank is a +2, so I go up to 7. You didn't sail over 10 inches, that's fine.
No.
You are small, that's -1, so that brings me back to 6. I'm not going to aim high.
No.
No, because I want to do some damage and then attempt
actually want to hit me.
I want to hit you and then attempt to grapple you and pull you in and do some of the Lord's own work here for His Catholic Majesty Napoleon.
Right, I see.
Possibly. He may or may not have been. I do have 2 heavy cannon, so 2 blue dice, and I'm looking 6 or less.
Yeah. Oh, 2 4s.
A pair. So, damage. Damage with the ships is interesting. Everybody has a damage rating. So a heavy cannon is 2, a light cannon is 1, carronade is 3, and a mortar is 1d6. But when you're at point blank range, it doubles.
Yeah.
So that 2 damage becomes 4. And my 2 hits means that's 8 points of damage.
Oh my days.
Yep. And that's your that's your flagged.
That is on my flag bearer. So that's going to be bringing them down to 12.
12's not bad. Not enough to panic them yet.
No, they panic at 7 or less.
Okay.
But that's pretty scary.
No.
So
I will get the smoke on standby.
Yeah. Would you say you're going to grapple me?
Yeah, I have a chance when people are within 3 inches, and as long as neither of you have moved over battle sail speed. So if somebody's going full sail, you can't grapple them and pull them in to board them.
You're going too quick.
Somebody's going too quickly and the ships just go past.
Yeah.
But both of us were moving at battle sail, so there's a possibility on a skill check of a 5 or a 6 that I could try and grapple you, pull the 2 ships together, and then board you.
Right. And because we are regular levels, so you need a 5 or a 6.
5 or 6
on a d6.
Inexperience would be a 6, and veteran crews can do it on a 4, 5, or 6. So.
Okay. 5 or 6.
5 or 6.
You get a 6!
Oh, truly, the Emperor's with me. So yeah, in this case we would grapple. So we would move
rope them in?
Yeah, you would move them together. So by the shortest distance and the shortest amount of turning, they would become grappled together. I'm going to put the smoke there just so we know that I've activated anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
Now,
interesting.
It is. The ship points aren't just a measure of your hull, they're a measure of your crew, who's there, how good can you react, how can you fight, how can you repair. All of these things are all measured by this ship point level. Right. And for boarding actions like this, you divide your ship points by 10. And then you round up, and that tells you how many dice you get to roll.
Okay.
So even though I did some damage to you on the broadside, it's not enough to reduce your dice.
No.
I'm going to get 2d10 to attack, and you're also going to get 2d10 to defend.
Yeah. What I will say as well, I remember they can shoot. The troops can shoot inside the the sailors.
With musketry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
musketry. And I think that was with a skill check. If you pass that, you can add another 3 damage on to my.
That's that's a little bit of an advanced rule, but we can do it.
Yeah.
I have no problem with doing that.
Yeah, let's do it. It's an advanced rule.
Yeah.
But I feel like you wouldn't just let them get away with it.
And
so
you can upgrade ships to have marines and have other things on there as well, which give them bonuses when you're doing things like this.
Do you want to take a skill check?
Go on then.
If you succeed.
If I succeed, this will reduce your dice though.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
High risk. Let's see.
5 or 6.
Yeah. You
No.
get a 4. So they miss all completely.
Yeah, the muskets just weren't devastating enough. So I'm going to take 2 blue dice for the French. You can take 2 red dice for the British.
Uh-huh.
And this is, let me just get my page.
Mm-hmm.
When you're doing a boarding action, the person who is initiating the boarding gets a bonus.
Okay, so what bonus are you getting?
In this case, we'll both be starting at the 5 or less on a d10 to inflict a hit.
Mm-hmm.
I get a +1, so I'm going to be hitting on 6s, and you're going to be hitting on 5s. 1s do double damage, so any hits are worth 2 points of damage to the ship, and any 1s are worth 4.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
So do you want to roll for the French?
The French, I get 1 hit, and no criticals.
British, that's a 3.
You get 1 hit as
well.
1
hit as well.
So we both take 2 points of damage from that single hit. So
that brings me down to 14.
And I go to 18.
Oh, wait, hold on a second. I'm moving the wrong guy.
Oh, don't do that.
So that actually brings me down to just 10.
Oh, that's even better. So, if we look up to see if you've won a boarding action, it's fairly simple. Whoever deals the most damage is the winner.
Mm-hmm.
We both dealt 2 points.
We drew. So what happens
So,
then?
in the case of ships that draw, the action finishes as a draw. Nothing else happens. But, no, it is only if you took the most damage and you'd reached half of your skill points, you would make the skill check. So if you'd taken the damage and I'd done slightly more than you, you'd be making a skill point or skill check to see whether or not you surrender.
Okay.
Because it's a draw, it just stays as a draw. We stay grappled together.
Mm-hmm.
Other ships can join that.
Amazing.
Friend and foes, they can become grappled like a flotilla as people try and push more and more resources to devastate the ships in the fight. But that is my first activation.
Right.
And I'm done.
Now I get to activate
You
them
do get
because
to
that
activate.
ship is right there. I get to. So what happens now within a grapple? Am I allowed to
You
attack
have choices. You can either attack back, and it works exactly the same way as we've done, except this time I won't get the +1 modifier.
back? Okay.
But you'll be on 1 dice because you're down to 10 hit points now.
Yes, I am.
And I'll be on 2 dice still, so we'll both be on 5s. Or you can attempt a skill check to try and cut the grappling hooks and disengage and break away.
I feel like I would attack back.
Yeah.
Because grapple, the moment of action would allow me to just everyone clash in together.
I'm all for that.
I think I'm just going to clash back. So what is it on?
So your ship.
It's 1 dice because
10?
I'm down to 10.
Yeah. So divide by 10, so you get 1 dice, and you're on a 5.
So I'll stick with the red.
And I'll be on 2 dice on 5s.
So it's a 7. So I missed completely.
Oh dear.
Let's see what you get, Gerry.
The French swinging across with their cutlasses.
2 6s.
Nothing. It's become a bit of a stalemate there. Nobody's able to get any foothold.
I imagine everyone's a little bit shocked and maybe just like hurling insults across.
There's not an awful lot of, hey, you guys.
Yeah.
Sure. So that is your activation then.
Yes, let me put it.
You've activated, you've fought. Nobody can gain the upper hand there. Maybe somebody will push a frigate in.
Maybe.
To help.
Maybe we'll see. Is that what your plan is?
Maybe
Jared?
somebody will just, and this is interesting, if you decide just to fire on ships that are grappled together, both ships take the hits. Whatever you roll is applied to both ships.
Wow.
So if you hit with 5, both ships get 5, and you just, live with it. You can't do any critical damage, but, that's one of those things. In this case, I would really, really like not to have to go first. But since you're offering,
I think we established that this ship would go next.
Yeah, he is going next. I'm still slightly ahead of you. The wind as it comes in would hit me before it will hit
Yeah,
him.
this one.
So, can I cross the T here? And in doing so, will I make a terrible mess of everything? I assume so, but I'm going to do it anyway.
You got to risk it, Jack.
Yeah, I'm going to step battle seal.
Yeah.
I'm going
So you
to
get 2 move actions.
go for my 5 inches forward. Gets me to there. And then I'm going to turn. Just enough.
Oh, with the wind.
Will I? Yeah, I'm going to turn with the wind. Actually, I'm going to turn less than that.
This looks devastating just for these two here.
If I hit those two, I'm going to see whether or not I can actually hit your frigate instead.
Ah, okay.
Because I'm very wary of the fact you're going to activate next. And if you activate next, there's a fairly good chance I will pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're definitely going to be coming in there with a...
Are you going to turn?
Yeah, because you're going to be coming in hard and fast, and almost undoubtedly you'll get the bonus for point blank.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to try and get the bonus for crossing the T first.
Okay.
So...
Almost very tempted to ram you, Jerry, if that wasn't more advanced rules.
You can certainly ram. It's not that much more advanced. It's fairly bloody. But where you've got somebody coming perpendicular to another person, it's called crossing the T, whether it's into the prow or the stern, and there are little bonuses for this.
Cool.
So in this instance, we are under 10, but outside of 3. So I'm not going to get point blank.
So you can't point blank or...
Can't point blank you.
Can't grapple.
No grappling either, which is probably not a bad thing. But I do have 2 heavy cannon, 1 light cannon, and 1 carronade.
Terrifying.
All of them are in range because the carronade has an 8-inch range, and I think I'm only 7. Actually, I'm 6 inches away.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody's in there. So I'm going to roll 2 blue dice for the heavy, 1 red dice for the light, and 1 black dice for the carronade. And what I need to hit, we start on 5.
Mm-hmm.
This is my first gun.
Yeah.
No modifier for that. No modifier for range. No modifier for crew. No modifier for speed. No modifier for target size.
No.
And I'm not going to aim high.
So
I'm just going to go for 5s.
Just on 5s.
Just on 5s.
How
How badly will I roll?
Let's see, Jerry.
Let's
You've
see.
a 50-50 chance. There's a
Ooh,
crit.
There is a crit. 2 misses and 2 hits, and one of them is a critical. So the carronade, which does the most damage, unfortunately missed.
Yeah.
Can't have everything. But a light and a heavy cannon hit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you would take 2 damage for the heavy cannon.
Okay, yeah.
And 1 damage for the light cannon.
Mm-hmm.
But because I'm raking you,
you get a bonus.
I'm going to get a bonus.
And then we'll
roll the critical as
critical
well.
hit
Because
as well.
criticals have their own charts as to where they go.
How fitting.
Yeah, I thought you'd like that.
So, boom, boom.
Okay, so raking fire. Because I'm coming in on your bow, I get 1 additional point of damage for each successful hit.
Oh, so that's going to go up to 5 then?
So that's going to go up to 5. If I'd come across your stern, so if I'd come in from behind, I would have doubled the damage done. So being able to do raking shots is just fantastic.
Yeah.
If you're point blank and you're raking, you treble the damage in the stern. So if you can get behind somebody, you can really make them cry.
Mm-hmm.
But in this case, 5 points of damage, that's not a bad start.
No.
You do have 36.
I do, yeah. 36 on the frigate here. So that brings me down to 31.
Okay.
However, we do have that.
I do have critical hit to do.
Critical as well.
So I'm just going to flick to the critical hit chart. There's 2 charts. If you aim high into the rigging, it does one thing. If you aim low into the actual hull and superstructure, it does another thing. In this case, I'm going to go into number 3. So in this case, you're going to love this. The rudder steering has been hit.
Oh no.
Either the helmsman has been hit or the rudder is jammed. Place a rudder hit token next to your ship. At the next activation, roll a d3. On a 1, the ship will change its direction to the full extent of its turn arc, left or right, at the end of each movement. On a 2, you cannot make any changes of direction at all. I'm going to get rammed. Or on a 3, you will change your direction to the full extent of your turn arc to the right at the end of your movement, and remove the token at the end of your activation as the crew take control of the helm again or unjam the rudder. So the thing is with this, and this is true for all of the critical hits, you do put a token down, but you're not having to put a token down and worry about a lot of tokens building up and following your ship and making things complicated. All of these critical hits work for one turn, one activation, and then you take them away. So it will impede you annoyingly for the next activation. So if I'd done this at the end of my turn, it would be your next activation after. If you'd already activated, because you're about to activate, this will come into play now.
Just now,
and then you'll take the token away. So you're not having to deal with all the frippery that goes around. You're not having to worry about bookkeeping too much. It's one shot and it's gone. It can really annoy you. You can do multiple critical hits, in which case you follow the chart down. If you do like 3 or 4 different critical hits, you start at critical hit 1, see what it does, and then do 3, and then do 6 or whatever.
Okay.
So on that note, I'm finished. I've had a glorious bit.
Wow.
What's going to happen now? Well, the first thing is,
those are great.
First thing is, are you going to change the speed because you were at light? I remember.
It was at light sails, yeah.
So you could potentially go at a rate of knots and then attempt to anchor and not worry too much about that.
Well, I was thinking of...
or you get up to battle sails and just try and smash into me.
No, I think I'll stick with the light sails.
Yep.
Because I feel like if I go the 5 inches and then turn, can I turn with the rudder hit?
Well, what we'll do is we'll roll that now.
Yeah.
So roll a D3.
A D3, okay. Exciting.
On a 1 at the end of your move, you go left. On a 2, you go straight forward, you're stuck. And on a 3, you go right at the end of your move.
So
you may find yourself going into the wind that you don't want. Or you may find yourself in a beautiful broadside position or grapple from yourself.
Who knows, Jerry? Let's see. It's a 3.
So at the end of your movement, you're going to go right to the full extent, a full 45-degree turn.
Okay, so I'm just going to go straight ahead. It's not going to ram, thankfully.
That's good.
It will turn at the end. Let's bring my rudder hit with me.
You're going to go your full 45 degrees to your right.
Full 45. Let's see. Jerry, can you turn that?
Yes.
Probably.
So, why am I going that way?
Yeah.
Oh, let me just remove that.
If I hold that in position there.
Yeah.
There we go. Beautiful.
Not terrible.
We'll take a rudder hit with us.
The rudder can go away because that's your activation done. So you don't need to worry about it after you've inflicted it on yourself for the first time.
Yeah.
It's quite cute.
And
you can still do your fire.
I will fire as well. I've got 1 gun.
You have 1 gun, yep. You're only in my front because the broadside arc starts there.
Yeah.
It just goes behind my ship.
So
that's a terrible shame.
I was hoping that it would turn left.
Yeah.
So that'd be completely...
Yeah.
I'll sail into the wind, but I'll have that full fire.
You would have a full fire, and you'd be activating before me next turn as well because of where the wind is, which gives you probably another chance to do the same.
Yeah. Before I inevitably sink myself.
Well, yeah. Yeah, okay. So 1 light cannon into my face.
Yeah. So a light cannon is red dice with damage of 1.
Okay, and there will be only the only modifier will be close range, point blank.
Yeah, so that's +2. So I need a 7 or less.
7 or less. Going to fire high?
No, I'm not going to fire high. I've already risked
rigging.
I've already risked that before. I get a 7.
7, so you will hit. You will hit. Damage is doubled because you're point blank.
Yeah.
So that 1 goes to 2.
2 whole damage.
2 whole damage.
You might need a night's sleep or a wee rest after that, but...
Just thinking there, do I need to reduce the 30? But I don't. I'm still fine. We're all fine here.
How are you?
Okay. Give you some smoke of activation.
Yes. Beautiful.
Splash.
Lovely. So I think you're next.
I am next, yeah. Just
line up here.
Just barely. So, what to do? I feel like I should support my frigate. I don't know if I can support my frigate.
Hold on a second. I wouldn't be able to grapple you from there.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, you could within 3 inches. Do you want to grapple me?
Yeah, of course. I mean, like...
Skill check on
I'm right
5+.
in there. So, of course I'm going to grapple.
Why not? Your rudder is stuck. You're on a collision course. Why not get on a ship that's in good order?
Yeah. So, I need a 5
What do you want? Yeah. Do you want to do a
check?
skill check for the musket first?
The musket? Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
To do additional damage.
So, do additional damage. If it's 5 or
5
6,
or 6,
it's going to be 3 extra
3 extra damage as you close.
It's a 2.
No, so no musketry, but
No.
possibly still the chance to grapple.
Yeah, so if I'm able to grapple, that'd be fantastic. So a 5 or 6 on grapple.
Yep.
Is that 1?
Oh, that's a 1. Oh dear. Oh,
I guess you're getting rammed, Gerry.
the plucky British aren't up for the fight.
No,
Oh,
No.
okay.
they're too busy looking at the island, seemingly.
So, I'm going to stay on battle seals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I don't think I can. Well, I can get in a better position, but I'm not going to this turn. So first maneuver, second maneuver.
That's such a good shot there, Gerry, because it was just like your hand was covering the ship. They just sealed it in front. Beautiful.
And the survey says, "Can I take a shot at you from there?"
I think you can.
Oh, I really can.
Yeah.
The real
definitely
question
can.
is,
And
when I come in there with my broadside, am
are you
I
going to hit your own?
obscuring mine? Nope.
Not
so-
really, no.
No. So it's missing. It's missing the actual hull and the bowsprit. It's
Yeah.
only crossing over the front mast. So I'm not obscuring you either,
No.
because you can obscure targets.
Mhm.
So it will just be a shot. I'm not going to bother turning because that would be madness. Because I don't want to turn into the wind. I have a feeling I'm about to get shot by somebody else anyway. Our survey says over 4 inches, so not point blank. You'll be pleased to
No.
hear. But
No bonus this round.
no bonus this round. But 2 shots.
Mm-hmm.
No negatives. No bonuses. So straight 5s.
Yeah, straight 5s.
2 hits. 2 hits.
Oh, we are not doing well.
That's
The frigate.
another 2 points of damage on your frigate.
It is, yes. That will bring me down to 29.
Okay, that's good news.
Actually, let me just take this off the table here. It's a wee bit. Is it?
Well,
As the word, as we bring back the word, it's a little bit futry.
victory.
There we go. 29 hit points.
I'm just going to add the smoke of righteousness on my French frigate there.
Beautiful. I love
French
it.
brig, rather. And that just leaves yourself.
So I've got one left
You have
here.
so many choices. You could have at the brig, you could come forward and have at the frigate.
So this one is on my. That was on.
that's on
Seals.
your
But
blank.
this is
yeah.
on
He's on
the blank one without
light.
the flag on it. So he was on light seals.
Hmm.
Or actually, it's the first turn, so everyone should be on battle seals. Let's stick. No,
Oh, that's our
let's
second
bring
turn,
down.
yeah. No, I think he only went light.
Yeah, let's bring down to light seals again, because I feel like just going in 5 inches should be enough.
Should
there.
be sufficient.
So if I bring that all the way up,
Mm-hmm.
now am I going to get tangled? No, I'm
Nope,
just avoiding it.
Just avoiding it. And you know why?
That's-
Because I was too lazy to put the rigging on. If I put the rigging on like I was supposed to, they'd all be tangled together now.
I mean, they look great as they are.
Yeah. I like
The rigging would look.
the rigging would look fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm gonna shoot.
You could potentially shoot broadsides port and starboard. Look at me with my nautical terms, huh?
Yep.
Port and starboard, so you could give both.
But then I'll hit my own ship, won't I?
No.
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 It's only if I.
Yeah. The only chance of hitting your own ship is if they are grappled together.
Okay.
It can do it, or if it's a
Ah.
mortar and it misses, but none of us have mortars or rockets here, so you're fine. Your
Um,
broadside will be specifically aimed at
Yeah. So
these ships. Now,
So these two.
you didn't make a turn yet?
No, I didn't make a turn.
I don't think you need to actually. That's your
I'm kind of thinking if I can continue.
I would give you that there.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a you're
Okay.
you're in the broadside arc. That's fine for me.
Yeah.
Who wants it first?
For that gun, I've got two
Too heavy on both.
heavy cannons,
Hmm.
2 blue.
So where
dice.
do you want to go to first? Which one wants it?
I think I'll hit the small brig.
Okay, so you get a +2
Mm-hmm.
because you are at close range, so you're
Yeah.
on 7s, but a -1 because I'm small, so a 6.
So a 6.
And
Yeah.
that's it. There's no other modifiers. Ooh,
2 hits. No, one hit.
One hit. So 1 hit on him, and he's already taken a bit of a hit from somebody. That's terrible.
Yeah. I said earlier.
That will be 2 points, so we'll bring him to 16.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I will shoot on the left side as well.
port.
With port, yes. Sorry. Thank you, Gerry.
Port and Sherry. I'm pretty sure those are the two names. And again, exactly the same. +2 for your close range, but no minus because I'm a medium sail.
You're a bigger ship.
Yeah, I'm a bigger.
Previous, so it's going to be 7s now.
So yeah, 7s.
Oh, there's a critical hit.
Oh, 1 miss, but 1 critical hit. So first off, I will take the double damage. Actually, double damage because you're close. So that other one should have taken another 2. So I'll knock him down again.
So I didn't go high.
Nope. So point blank.
Mm-hmm.
So that is 4 points of damage, bringing me down to 30. And a critical hit on my hull. Go on then.
I'll let you roll it, Gerry.
Do you let me roll my own damage?
I'll let you choose your own
If I set
fate.
myself on fire and set my magazine on fire and explode my ship, I will cry. I'm just saying.
I'm letting you choose your own fate. That's
6.
a 6.
That's not good.
So a 6 is fire on board. The shot has sparked a fire on board.
So much.
There's a piece of fiery cotton wool.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Damage ship to represent it now being ablaze.
Yeah. Don't you worry. I'll set myself on fire for you. You know, you just stay there.
That's a beautiful little
while I set myself on fire. Yeah. Oh.
I'd imagine maybe if we did have the ropes.
No, that looks fine there.
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah. So I'm now on fire. On fire, does that cause me extra damage this turn or every turn after this turn?
Page 26 for fire.
Yep. Because I have a feeling it does terrible things all the time. Oh, ha ha ha. Oh.
What happens, Gerry?
Other ships moving within 1 inch of a ship that's already on fire can also catch fire. And I think there is at least one other ship within range there. As soon as you catch fire, the ship takes D3 damage if it's tiny or small, D6 if it's medium,
okay,
D10 if it's large. We don't have any large here. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to immediately take a D6 damage because I'm a medium ship.
Yeah.
I hate you so much.
That's 3 damage?
3 damage. So I'm going to go down to 27. Mm-hmm. I'm going to grapple and set all of your men on fire. I'm just saying.
Well,
just saying.
I was going to... So now that the actual cannons are shot, I thought, what about my muskets now?
Yeah.
So I'm going to try out my muskets. So on starboard side, on the right-hand side for the little brig, if I roll a 5 or 6, I should be able to get a shot in. I get a 6. That's
of course
3 more damage.
3 more damage. 24 on the brig. I go down to.
Do I get another shot on the other side? Or the
muskets?
Yeah, because I'd imagine muskets would be quite...
I would imagine it would
take a while to reload.
I would imagine it would be crew. Yeah, so every time you fire within point blank range, you can test to see whether or not you get the additional 3 damage from musket fire. So yes, you could have done here.
Yeah.
So do you want to roll your skill check for them?
Yeah, sure.
So even though the gun itself didn't get up to much, the muskets on board may still cause the crew to panic.
Let's see. So 5 or 6?
5 or 6 again, yeah.
It's a 2.
No, not this time.
That's unfortunate. And to end my turn, I think I'm going to try and grapple.
Yes, please do.
I'm going to grapple the brig, though.
Okay.
I'm not going to grapple the big one, because why would I grapple something that's on fire?
Yeah. No.
What's he checking?
He's out of range, but he will go on fire.
Is that
being within 1 inch?
Is that an immediate effect?
It's not an immediate. It says whenever you sail past one. So if you fail this grapple in the next turn, you're within 1 inch already.
Yeah. So I'll catch fire.
So you'll catch fire. So be lucky here and get grappling to get out of the way. Tow your ship out of the way for safety.
5 or 6?
5 or 6.
Come on. It's a 3.
Oh dear. Oh, that's going to be frisky next turn. Okay.
Looks like I'm going to catch on fire.
Yeah, so we're just going to clear up our smoke, and I think we're good to go for turn 3 now. Okay, so turn 3, and the first thing to do is see what the wind's going to do to us.
Yeah.
So 2d6.
Thank
you. For you. Don't get a 6.
That's a 4.
It's a 4. That's a 4. 8. Still fine. The wind's still blowing us calmly towards our inevitable death on the island.
On the island, yeah.
On the island. So, first people to activate then will be...
It's going to be you, Gerry.
Well, it's going to be me with my French first. I get a chance to try and clobber you to death before you clobber me to death. I'm not going to disengage. We're not leaving here. Somebody is going down.
We're going down together.
We are going down together. So I still get 2 dice of attack because I'm on 14.
Oh yes, my defense. So that's the one with the flag. We're down to 10, so I only get 1 dice.
Sorry. So I'm just going to roll 2.
Take the blues.
I'm on 5s.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Well, what have you picked up? Blues. Well, may as well stay consistent.
Yeah. So you got 1 hit.
1 hit worth 2 points of damage.
And for myself,
Also a hit.
Hit as well.
That's very dull. Very dull. That brings me down to 10.
So how much damage would that?
It causes 2 because it's not a critical.
So what happens now? So I assume we just remove the 3 pip.
Yeah.
Off,
So
and
you
then bring this up to 8.
You're still 1 away from actually breaking.
Yeah.
Which is terrible because it's still a draw. They're still locked together.
Mm-hmm.
You're about to activate, and your choice is you can attempt to disengage and flee, or you can keep fighting.
Why would I flee?
That is exactly the right idea. Why would you flee? There's no point in fleeing.
That'd be silly. So staying on these guys.
Yep.
I'm going to attack. I'm going to shoot my cannons. So it's 2.
Oh, you can't shoot your cannons. You're grappled.
Oh yeah,
You're
that's
grappled.
right. Yeah.
Your choices are fight back or flee.
So I'll fight back.
You will have to fight back. So you're only rolling the 1 dice.
It's only 1 dice. I keep
I'm
forgetting about the.
And I'm now down to.
Are you down to 1?
Sorry, no, I'm not. I'm on 12. 2 damage. He's on 12. I keep moving the wrong one because he's got the flag and my flag's over here. So I still have 2. Barely.
So I'll roll as attacker. That's a 3. So
that's a hit. I need to do at least 1 here. I miss with both. Oh dear. So I'm going to take 2 points of damage.
Yeah.
So I'm down to 10. And because I've actually lost, you've done more damage here. I need to make an immediate skill test to see whether or not there's my boarding action. To see whether or not I panic. So, the ship that took the most damage in this round, me.
Yeah.
If I'm at less than half of my initial ship points, I'm not. I'm exactly on half.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I would have to take a skill test or surrender. And if you go below your break value, you automatically surrender. So I don't have to worry about that, actually. You need to do 1 more point.
So what about myself then? Because I was at 20.
You were. You're sub that, but you haven't lost the combat yet, essentially.
Oh, okay.
So even though I've done more damage to you, I've done it so slowly. Your guys still
fighting back.
You're still fighting back. The Marines on board and the crew still think they have a chance of winning this. And to be fair, they're probably not wrong, actually.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a bit disappointing.
When you've got nothing to lose, Gerry, that's the key to life. Where's my flag guy? There he is there. And put this down here to symbolize he's went.
So they've both gone. So next up is your big frigate.
Yeah.
Look at him. Just ready to come forward and go on fire.
Oh.
And the wind's behind you now as well.
I'm going to anchor, I think.
You're only at light.
Yeah, so I was on light, but I'm going to anchor it.
You can't go from light to dead stop. You will still move your rate of knots forward before your anchor.
Okay.
So that's going to be interesting.
So what this means really is I'm going to maul into your ship and my own.
Yeah. You might miss my first ship, but you're certainly going to hit my second ship.
Yeah.
So it all depends. Where are we? That's your ship there. Are you going through my... I can't really see that.
So if I even measure this up, so that's pretty much a line there.
Yeah.
I'll go to there. I'll clip mine and I'll clip yours.
Okay.
Well, I'll ram mine.
you're gonna miss.
Yes.
My frigate because it's just going past the bowsprit. So the way this works is nobody ever wants to collide a ship.
No.
It's only ever done accidentally. There's no ram raiders here. So it's a skill check, and it's a skill check for both ships.
Okay.
And if either of them pass the skill check, then you just move as much as you need to move so you don't collide.
Right, okay.
If both ships fail, then it's a collision. So it requires both ships to fail. So you need to fail with both and then fail here as well with mine. Small ships get a bonus to their skill check for dodging because you're a bit more nimble.
Yes.
So it's less likely to happen. And I believe it's a +2 to evade. Yes. So both ships make, in fact, both ships make your skill test with a +1 anyway because crews don't want to get hit.
No.
So our 5s go to 4s.
Okay.
And your small ship will actually go down by another 2.
Oh, 2.
So only on a 1 will you fail. So if you want to roll your small ship first.
Sure.
So if you don't get a 1, you're fine. He's fine. He'll move out of the way. Okay. So it doesn't even matter about your frigate. And then I'll roll my small ship to see if I dodge.
Sure.
And again, he dodges as well.
Dodges 2.
So both of them will just move enough to allow you to sort of manhandle your other ship past, and then you'll come to anchor. You can also pivot at the end when you go to anchor, so you can decide where you're going to be.
How do we then decide how far, or like where do these ships move? I assume they move with the wind.
It actually says some degree of approximation is needed when dealing with evasions. Don't worry too much about exact measurements. Just ensure the models are undamaged. They're clear of each other. So it's entirely up to you and your friend when you're playing. If you want to nudge him forward, and I'll probably nudge mine in the other direction. If you want to move yours, but if you move your 5 inches, and I'll see what I need to do to skip that.
Let's see here. If I turn this around, that would be easier. So
he's going to stay there
all the way down, and then pull him forward a wee bit.
Yeah.
So
it's actually not far, but
that was pretty lucky.
The bad news is he comes within an inch and catches fire on the way past.
Of course I will.
So that's terrible. And by terrible, I mean fantastic.
I mean, if we can set a fire on the beach already, the rescue's already been alerted.
Well, that's it. It's like the flares have gone up. You take D6 damage for being lit ablaze as you come too close to me.
Yeah, let's see.
5 damage.
That's 5 damage.
That's not great. It has to be said.
So I'm on 29, so that brings me down to 24.
Okay. Do you want to pivot at the end of your movement and shoot?
Yes, I will pivot.
Yeah.
I don't know where to pivot to, Jerry.
Away from the island?
Yeah.
Although if you pivot away from the island,
I might not get a shot.
You're not going to get a shot. You could pivot towards the island and work on the principle that you're already anchored. So next turn, you're not going to crash anyway.
If I do that, there we go. That works.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're anchored already. You can pivot, and then
I guess if I just turn to there, then that works for me.
And next turn, you can pivot again because when you're anchored, you can always pivot by whatever amount you can normally pivot.
Yeah.
You just can't turn into the wind, and because the wind's coming from this side, essentially you could turn another 2 or 3. You could take 3 turns at anchor while you keep slowly turning to keep your guns on me.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
But meanwhile, your next turn, you're probably going to shoot me unless you try and put out this fire.
I assume you are going to shoot me first anyway.
Yeah. So I can shoot in between, or
you can. I'll be an obscure target, so we'll give you slight modifiers there. Also.
So I want to try and shoot like straight out here.
Yeah. I want to see when you can put your fire out. At the start of your activation, you can put the fire out, so you can't do it this turn.
Okay.
I could try and do it in my turn. I probably won't. It's a waste of my time putting out fires when I could be shooting terrible, terrible British sailors invading our territorial waters. But do you want to do your skill test first to see if your muskets can be brought to bear?
Sure, I will. So I will need a 5 or 6.
5 or 6, and it will give you a +3 to your final damage.
6.
So you're getting a +3, so that's quite tasty. Okay, so it's a full broadside. So you've got your 2 heavy.
Yeah.
You've got your single light and your single cannonade. So 2 blue, 1 red, and 1 black dice.
2 blue, 1 red, and 1 black.
You're within 3 inches. Very within 3 inches. So you're getting a +2, and there's no other modifiers on that.
No.
So 7s or less.
7s or less.
And it will all be doubled with a +3 at the end because of the muskets.
Because of my muskets,
Yep. Oh my lord.
That's a critical.
That's the worst critical you can get, because that's the cannonade that do quite a lot of damage anyway.
Yep.
So I'm particularly disliking all of this. So that's 2, 4, 5 plus 3 is 11 damage.
Plus the
Doubled.
Doubled, yeah.
Because your close range is 22.
22.
Plus an additional 3. 25.
Damage, Gerry.
25 damage and a critical roll.
Damage.
However, I'm not going to roll the critical. Because if you look at that, I've only got 24 left. So that 25 will blow me out of the water, and my ship unfortunately sinks. My only consolation, as I go down slowly in flames, I'm going to leave the flames on there.
Oh, that's cute.
My only consolation is possibly your magazine will go up next turn and take you as well.
That's my hope, but then again, I like my other little ship might be able to like come in and save.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was
that was an impressive round of fire. There's no two ways about it. We've only got 2 ships left to go. I'm quite happy to say you've won.
Okay, you're going to surrender.
I'm going to surrender. I'm going to strike my colours, because this ship, you will be on fire.
I will, yeah.
As you move away. I will unfortunately catch fire here as I move away.
As you move away.
So we're going to have 2 brigs on fire. And then next turn, this could go either way. These are probably both just going to kill themselves from
more than likely.
And we're going to have 3 flaming wrecks, but you've got 2 chances to put yourself out. I only have the 1 chance. And my frigate is gone. And I have to say, well played, sir, well played.
Thank you, Joe.
So that was our first look at Black Seas from Warlord Games. It's only a very small demo game. This is about 2/3 of what you get in the Master and Commander set. If you have any questions about the game, pop them in the comments below. And we'll be back to you again soon with some more action on the high seas. That's a spectacular way of winning.
That was such a good shot.
That is a spectacular way of winning.
We hope you enjoyed this Let's Play. Go ahead and check out our other content on screen now. And while you're at it, why not hit subscribe and remember to ding our dong. Go on, you know you want to click it. Go on.